they're telling him calling for some head movement and all that, but I'm pretty convinced that's not the way he spars. So I just think it's a case, as I'm saying, there's a little feint coming from the American. He knows how to draw leads, draw mistakes. That's what Dallas has to learn how to do.
All square on Jim's unofficial card at the halfway point. Page still far too comfortable in there. Confident Page, sending out those little flicking right hands, making his man miss again, then getting him on the counter.
See, Dallas is still trying to be precise with the punches, and that's not the answer. Let some punches go, be prepared to miss. But he's taking too long, and now he's getting popped with the little leads from the American.
There's almost a look on Page's face there as he just got caught with that little left around the side of the head, as if to say, is that it? And as Dallas lunged in again, he just landed another little combination. And again, he's outworking him and out-hustling him in this round.
And the problem for Dallas, when you're forcing your work, especially in the heavyweight division, it takes so much energy. So he's going to begin to struggle with the pace here, although we're only talking of an 8-rounder. Has to put some 3s and 4 punches out, not these single shots. They must realise Page is dealing with those no problem. That's better, at least they landed with that one. Pressurise this fellow, take away the comfort that he's boxing in.
And Page now calling him in.
Is Page a little bit negative now in this round? And I always find it difficult to score to fighters who are almost completely negative.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even with the little popping punches there that he's throwing back now. Dallas has been a little bit better, but still trying to be too precise.
He's landed a few lefts in this last round, but that big right hand that we're all looking for and waiting for, that's nowhere to be seen right now. Good job, getting through again.
He should be working the body. I mean, Page can't pull the body away the way he pulls the chin away. So some body shots.
Interesting looking at those highlights. It kind of confirmed what we thought as we were watching it, that if Dallas is landing and having any success at all, it's with that left hand, Jim. That big right of his is just nowhere to be seen right now.
No, as I say, he's got to change things if he wants to start looking a little bit better. He's just not prepared to miss. He wants to be precise. He wants to get right up close and land the punches. It's not working. Try something else. There you go, the double jab, and it works. He catches him with the second punch.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it's just so simple. It's hardly rocket science.
How many right hands has he landed? How many body shots has he thrown? He's been made to look pretty limited so far, and a big right hand goes in again and misses by half a mile. And Page is just, at no point in this fight, and it could all change, of course, in a blink of an eye, but at no point has Page looked remotely bothered, apart from that time when he got hit around the kidney area.
Yeah, because he's been allowed to perform at his own pace. This is what he's good at. This is what he does for a living. See, Dallas just showing frustration and lack of experience. Just doing the same things that weren't working a couple of rounds ago. Why does he think they're going to start working now? Has to let some punches go. Control the tempo.
It wasn't that long ago, around 17, 18 months ago, that they brought this fella over to Germany to take on another undefeated prospect there called Sebastian Kerber. And Page upset him, made him look very pedestrian, got the decision.
Well, it's been nip and tuck up to now, so Dallas wants a strong finish in the last minute here.
Caught again, and doubled up as well. Decent shots coming in from Page. Looks like he could hit Dallas all night and not bother him in the least, but they are scoring punches.
See, he's drawing the mistakes from Dallas that we should be seeing the other way around. This is good work from Page. This really is good work from him in this round. Dallas is just devoid of ideas, I'm afraid. A lot to learn, which we knew about.
I think this might come as a bit of a surprise, to be honest with you. They were looking at big things from Tom Dallas. All that talk about the big punch he had. He may be the biggest puncher of all these domestic heavyweights that we've talked about, but on this performance, well, at the moment, if he can't land the big punch, he doesn't have a whole lot else to fall back on. Round 7. There's the plan B for Tom Dallas. There's the doubled up left. He's had a bit of success with that, as Jim has observed, but not much else has happened.
I mean, he's trying to work things out and he's not working them out, so I think it's time just to declare war on this fellow. Just move in, throw punches in bursts, maybe 10-second bursts where you don't stop throwing punches. Technically, he's not working anybody out here, so he's going to have to do it in pace, work rate, and just intimidation. That's it. Now just let some punches go now.
Well, once again, Page opened the door for him then, looking at Ian John Lewis and saying, what about the punch around the kidneys? There's these little lapses in concentration here, Page, as if it's almost can't be bothered with it. And that lets Dallas have a little flurry, and then Page gets back on his game plan. And Dallas struggles.
But Dallas really has to punch. Maybe little 10-second bursts of punches where he completely takes charge. It's no good trying to edge forward here. It hasn't worked in 6 rounds. Why should it start working now? Really, use imagination, try something different. Page is tiring a little bit, I think, which might be a plus for Dallas.
Maybe tiring, but he still landed a nice little double up with the left hook, body then head, which was acknowledged by Dallas. Almost got through with that right hand, but then Page immediately comes back and lands a couple of his own again. Caught that right hand on the gloves.
No, he's not prepared to let some punches go and keep pumping the punches out. Still trying to box his way close, still doing the things that haven't been working.
Yeah, I must admit I'm a little surprised, Jim, that there's been no change of pace and no real change of ideas throughout this fight. For a guy that is highly regarded and is so exciting normally, no evidence of that at all in this fight so far.
Well, he's had things pretty much his own way, and you can't judge a fighter under those circumstances. He's taken too many punches here now. He's backing off too, but when he should really be raising the tempo, he's backing off and regrouping. No, this is not good from Tom Dallas, I'm afraid.
Well, my card is pretty much worthless, Jim. I don't usually mention it, but I've got Page nicking so many of these rounds. But for me, Dallas would need a knockout in the last round to win it.
If this continues, I have Page going 1 point up here. So it will all hinge on the last round for Dallas to produce something. Yep, I think Page nicked that with his better boxing. And at no time really intimidating Page or imposing himself on the American.
1 more round to go. Can Tom Dallas turn this one around with a single punch? He may, of course, on the card that matters, be ahead. Who knows? That's boxing. It's always a bit subjective, but Jim has the American with his nose in front. And what can Dallas do in this last round? Well, a little sense of urgency here.
Well, whatever Dallas decides to do in the last round, he better do plenty of it, because that's what's been missing. Just been the wrong pace all the way through. Whatever you've got left in the tank, it's time to use it up and just throw non-stop punches here.
But on this evidence, and I'm sure some of these guys are watching as Page gets through again, the likes of Derek Chisora, Tyson Fury, Big John McDermott, David Price.
Well, I believe all of those guys would have problems with Page, but they would solve the problems eventually. But Dallas simply has not done that. And
it's Page who's finishing the stronger. And is there a cut above the eye now of Dallas? There's definitely some kind of mark above the left eye. Oh, well, it's just going from bad to worse, and another right hand gets through from the American.
See, I think the problem you have in the heavyweight division is good sparring, but I'm told that Dallas has been sparring with David Price, so you really think he should be sharper than he's been tonight. But he's just never solved the problems out this guy's been posing.
Price, of course, 6'8". They should have brought one of those little heavyweights in there, one of those guys that can make you miss and move inside, because that's what Page has been doing all night long to Tom Dallas.
Yeah, and Dallas still walking on to punches here, missing with his own. That was better. Can he follow that up?
Well, he did it in Germany. He ended a young prospect's unbeaten record. Zack Page. Is history repeating itself here in Gillingham? On my card, all he's got to do is stand up for these last 45 seconds to get the decision. But we will see.
Yeah, just so predictable all night long. Tom Dallas has just been far too predictable. Okay, he's against a real old cagey pro, but just devoid of ideas in too many of the rounds.
Well, win, lose or draw, this certainly has been the learning experience that we talked about for Tom Dallas. And if he thought the game was easy, he knows different now. Zack Page has taken him to school tonight.
And it's difficult to see a change in style for Tom Dallas because he's so tall. You know, there's not really an awful lot you can do with heavyweights that height, unless, of course, your name is Klitschko.
Which way is this one going to go then?
Well, I think he's going to do a favour. Yep, he can have stepped one way and then the other, so he obviously had it close going into the last